Jamie Boreham, the head coach of the Okanagan Sun, good enough to join me now as his club gets set to take on the first place Langley Rams in the first round of the British Columbia Football Conference playoffs. And Jamie, just give me a bit of insight into the mood with your team, sort of the feeling, the energy level of this group as you head into really the best time of the season.
Yeah, it's playoffs. So if you gotta try and find motivation to get kids pumped up to play a game, they probably shouldn't have been here for the whole season. So we've had a pretty good week, upbeat, good tempo. Yeah, we're just preparing to play Langley, and man, they're a heck of a team. So we got our work cut out for us.
Do you feel that vibe? Like you said that, if you can't get up for this, you can't get up for anything. But do you feel a sense of that with your team that, this is what we've been waiting 10 weeks for?
Yeah, I think so. Like the season kind of grinds out, and there's a stage there where it's long, and some of these young guys, they don't know how to go football this hard, this long, and stay focused the whole time. So yeah, it's different, right? When you know your season is coming to an end, and you win, you go on, and you lose, it's just time to pack up your bags and go home and clean out your lockers. It's like there's a finality to it that brings attention to everybody.
When you were playing football at a high level, what were some of the things that went through your mind, and maybe some things that you communicated to your teammates as a leader when it came down to games like this where it was do or die?
It's about being precise, right? And execution, and like you got to play with the freedom. It doesn't matter who you are or what position you are. You got to play with freedom, and you can't be worried about, oh, am I going to mess up? It's a football game. You're here because you earned being here, and now it's your time to do your job.
You talk about the Langley Rams, and yeah, they're a good football team. There's no debating that. I want to touch on their running back, Andrew Pokernich. First of all, again, you're a guy who's played this game. You played junior football and beyond. What's your take on 27 touchdowns in a 10-game regular season?
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. And I don't take anything away from Pock, because like it's tough enough to get in the end zone in this league, and to do it 27 times, that's a feat, right? But I think there's a lot of that is because Langley is a very good offense, and so like they're moving the ball up and down the field, and I don't even know how many points they averaged in games, but their offense, that, like, I don't know if you want to say juggernaut. Show me a better offense in the CJFL right now. They're firing, and like he runs hard. I really like how he runs, and hopefully he has a great future in university after this. But yeah, it's like they're a good team, and usually you can be as good a running back as you want to be, but if you don't have an O-line and you don't have a quarterback and don't have receivers, it's a whole lot easier to key on you, right? Them having different weapons and a solid O-line, it doesn't make his job easier, maybe, but at the end of the day, he's still a really good running back.
So you've got to try and shut down their offense, and maybe that isn't even a viable option. So do you have a sense too, and maybe some conversations that, guys, we need to score points. So like we need to put up points no matter how well our defense plays in this game.
I don't want to get in the shootout with Langley.
That's a wise move.
They got bullets, so our offense does need to score, but we have to do as good a job as we can in limiting Langley's opportunities, and we gotta focus on shutting down the run, because that's been a huge success for them. So we'll know where 7 is on the field, and we'll be doing our best to keep him out of our end zone.
How do you embrace being an underdog? What are some maybe advantages that you can pull from being the team that, honestly is not expected to win this game by a lot of people outside your locker room?
We're the underdog?
I would say so, Coach. I would have to say.
Man, I've been telling my guys the wrong thing then. Hey, it's a football game, and both teams are going to prepare well, and we believe that we got our guys in good positions, and coaching them up to it. And there's a coaching to a point at this time in the season that you got to coach them not only just to do their jobs, but to believe into the game plan better than you ever have, and get these guys dialed in to execute it.
what will be some of your messages to your fifth year guys, or maybe not fifth year, but guys who are playing their potentially last ever junior football game? What will you say to them, and what do you hope maybe that they can impart onto the rest of your guys and the rest of your team?
We already said it. We said it at the last regular season game, and it's thank you. It's thank you for all your time and all your service and your leadership and for being part of this organization. And right now, you have the opportunity to decide how your fate ends here. And you lay it on the line like that, paint the picture, and you're like, here it is, right? It all laid out for you, set the table, and it's like, hey, time to eat or time to start packing up.
Jamie, I appreciate this. Best of luck this weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, Dom. Take care.
Awesome.